Hey, I'm Robert.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're Grizzly Kiki, and this is our YouTube channel.
Welcome.
We have been on a health journey over the past year or so, and one of the greatest tools that we've implemented is the keto diet. And it's basically been, it's been more than a diet, it's been a way of eating. And so we found so much, we've had so many great, successes with it,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been, like you said, it's been a little over a year, and, you know, it really has become a lifestyle to the point where we just kind of instinctively, right? Instinctively.
Yes.
Instinctively kind of veer ourselves toward more ketogenic recipes and ways of eating. Not that we're without our slip-ups, you know, where we go off keto and things like that.
I would say you call them slip-ups. I think they're planned at this point.
Yes, they are.
They're pretty planned because at this point it's harder for us to eat things that aren't keto because we have made the switch to where everything, like all of the decisions we make, if we're like out in the wild, like last night we went out for dinner and we were able to just only eat keto things that were on the menu, and you can pretty much do that anywhere. It's more of a more of a mindset thing than anything else, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you know, like for us, if we eat too many carbs, or like in my case, like breads specifically, really mess with my system. So I know if I eat a lot of bread, going off plan, obviously, that the next day I'm going to feel like bloated and tired, and it's kind of a negative reinforcement thing. So it lessens the going off plan, like meals. So
and that's why we plan them. We plan them accordingly, so we're not going to be like at a concert for 6 hours after and like needing to take a big shit, you know. So like that's the reality of it, though. That's one of the things that you have to take into account. I personally, doing keto has shown me that sugar is not my friend at all, and so I've had panic attacks when I've had too much sugar. I have had body pains, really, really bad leg cramping. And I know that that's a thing that most people report when they've done keto for a really long time, and then they'll have something that has a lot of sugar in it, and they end up having really bad like thigh cramps and leg cramps and stuff. So I personally feel like this has brought us so much success in terms of like our health goals that we want to share a lot of the things that we've learned with all of you, our followers. And so we're going to start doing some keto videos. Yeah. And we're going to be sharing recipes with you. We're going to be telling you about some of the recipes we love. I think one of the videos after this one is going to be us sharing with you the recipes from other keto YouTubers and other keto people all over the internet who have made up really great recipes, and sharing links with you because it's all a community. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, there's people who are really strict about their keto, their keto diets. Other people who are, turn to it to relieve things like body aches, which is like a big reason I started doing it, because I had a lot of essentially unexplained back pain and like swelling of my joints.
And one of the things people report is that whatever inflammation they're experiencing, it decreases once they start the ketogenic diet.
That was certainly the case for me. So I think keto is something that, you can do in a very strict way, but you don't necessarily have to. And that's really what we're all about, because we've tried a lot of different diets and ways of eating over the past few years, and they've always felt very restrictive and almost like a punishment, I would say. Right. Whereas with keto, it feels like more of an adventure because you're using, I would say, like new and innovative ingredients that have been around for a while. Right. But you're, bringing them into your kitchen, and in many ways, like performing science experiments with your food.
And that's another thing we're gonna do, because there are a couple of things, like one right off the top of my head is mac and cheese. No one has perfected the keto mac and cheese yet. And I think I'm almost there. So we're gonna share that recipe with you. Once I feel like I need like 2 more tries, and I'm gonna be there and we're gonna share that recipe with you probably in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Because the holidays are coming up and mac and cheese is a staple for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we like to do is we like to set ourselves up for success. So if we know that we're going to our family's house for a holiday, we will bring a bunch of keto side dishes, and that way typically whatever protein is there is okay. And so you have that and the side dish and you're totally fine, and it's amazing.
And we certainly have had success with some of the desserts we've made.
Yes.
I think that had been kind of sent our way, or rather we found, courtesy of other YouTubers and, other people on the internet who are experimenting with it as well.
Right. One of the newer recipes, and I know that this is not the point of this video, but one of the newer recipes, so Keto Connect just released a video on keto cinnamon rolls. And we just made it like seconds before we pressed the record button on this video, and they're phenomenal.
They're kind of amazing.
So check them out. There will be a link to that recipe in the description box below. So we're gonna share recipes. We're going to create recipes. We will be pointing you in the direction of other YouTubers who have inspired us to keep going with keto. Who are some of the people we watch?
Some of our favorites include Keto Connect, obviously.
Yes. Keto Connect they are essential to starting keto.
They were like our gateway.
They were the wizard that opened the door.
Because it's actually kind of nice to see them as a couple navigating keto together.
Right.
And in Mega's case, also, making ethnic foods in a keto way that remind her of her upbringing. And so that's also another thing that we'll be focusing on too, is trying to make like cultural recipes that, like me being Puerto Rican and Robert being Chilean, grew up loving, and that we can like kind of play with to make as keto as possible. Because that's also the other thing. We like it has to be sustainable for us.
Right.
And being incredibly strict has never done us very much good in the past, I would say. Like, so we're not, we're not gatekeepers, so to speak.
The thing that's different with keto, or that has been different for us with keto, is that the recipes are so decadent that you don't feel like you're missing out.
No, it doesn't feel like a diet.
Right.
And Matt and Mega from Keto Connect definitely like go in that path.
Absolutely.
Which is because they make some things that we've made them, and I'm like, there's no, like, this is not a diet food.
Right.
This is decadent, and it tastes delicious.
I will say, we went out for dinner last night, and even though I didn't have to cook, I didn't like what I ate last night as much as I would have if I made it myself.
That's the other thing. Keto will spoil you.
Absolutely.
Actually, because if you like to cook, and even if you don't like to cook, and you want to do keto, you'll be forced to learn how to cook in a way that satisfies you. And when you go out and try and, do substitutions, or like say, hey, I want a burger without the bun, there are ways that you'll prepare it at home, like things that you're going to make to accompany your burger without a bun at home, that it's just not, you're not going to get it out there.
Yeah.
And speaking of other people that we follow, Headbanger's Kitchen has been a source of some of the most tasty recipes we've tried.
Sahil's wings are amazing.
Yeah.
He has since, he's no longer doing keto videos, but his keto videos are still up. So we'll be, when we start talking about the different recipes that we turn to for our meal prep staples, we'll definitely be talking about him.
And of course, there's Watch Autumn Keto.
Yes.
Who is so much fun to watch, and kind of like, one of our stories, I would say at this point.
Yeah.
She's really entertaining.
She didn't put up a video this past Wednesday, and I felt the void. Yeah, I really felt the void. Yeah.
She's so, like, has such a pleasing presence, and I can feel her energy, like, coming through the screen at me.
Yeah.
Because she, she's navigating things like Crohn's disease and having a really busy schedule and having like a gazillion jobs. And I don't know how she does it, but she's really been an inspiration because she is, somebody who is trying to make it work for her.
Right.
And that's very inspiring. Also, her dogs are really cute.
Yeah.
So,
Dogs are really cute. Her mom is an awesome addition to every video that she has her in. And her sister. I'm still countdown
She's
to
a ham.
watch Amber Keto.
Right?
So there's Watch on Keto. Aaron from High Fat, High Fun.
Oh, yes.
The recipe for the thing that tastes like French toast.
The egg bake. It's just like a keto egg bake.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we'll be sharing that. There's Wesley from High Falutin Low Carb, who is kind of an inspiration for what we're doing, with like looking at other people's recipes and testing them and talking about them. He's amazing. And then along the way, we'll also, introduce other people whose recipes we've drawn from who don't have, YouTube channels necessarily, but who have really amazing keto and low carb based blogs that have really helped guide us in the direction that we want to go with this.
And one of our new favorites is Pinche Nancy, who is making pretty much every single Mexican dish you can think of. She turns it into a keto dish.
Yeah.
She does a great job, a really, really great job with all of it.
It's sort of like a tour de force, I think, in terms specifically, with like cooking, something that's very like specifically ethnic, in this case Mexican, and just amazing.
Yeah.
They're fantastic recipes.
So we're excited to join the big group of keto YouTubers that we just described, who have been our inspirations, and we are hoping that we can be kitchen sleuths and come up with great science experiments and all that stuff, so that we can make really great recipes for you guys, and that and we hope that you'll stick around. We hope you will subscribe and make sure and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a new video, because there's going to be a bunch of them coming up.
Yeah.
And also be sure to check out our podcast. Our podcast is at grizzlykiki.com. We talk about keto on there a little bit as well. And we also talk about just about everything else.
It's very intersectional.
Yes.
But at least we try to be.
Right. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.